When we step back and think about BYD, it's a company that's achieving the most explosive growth we've ever seen in the auto business in 100 years. In 2020, BYD sold about 400,000 cars. This year, more than 5 million.
What happens when the quiet player outpaces the loudest voice? Tesla, once seen as unshakable, now watches BYD steal the spotlight. The numbers are stunning. Millions of cars sold while rivals struggle to keep pace. This is no longer a side story. This is the time leadership itself changes hands. If you have ever wondered how empires shift, this is your answer. BYD's rise shows that patience, planning, and relentless speed can outmatch flashy promises. From building phone batteries to leading global roads, this journey is nothing short of extraordinary. Stay tuned. The rules of the game just changed. The numbers that shook the world. In 2020, BYD sold about 400,000 cars. That was seen as decent, but not game-changing. Fast forward to this year, and the number has exploded to over 5 million. The jump is so massive that even seasoned analysts are stunned. Tesla, once the leader in electric cars, is now looking over its shoulder. An unexpected rival has pushed the company that seemed unstoppable aside. BYD is no longer a budget brand known only in Asia. It is now setting the pace for the world. This rapid climb is not just about sales figures. It is about a global industry waking up to a new leader it never saw coming. The forgotten beginning. The BYD roots go back to 1995, when a young chemist named Wang Chuanfu started a small factory. His focus was not on cars, but on rechargeable batteries for phones and laptops. At first, the work was quiet and far from glamorous. Yet the company became skilled at making low-cost and reliable energy storage. This early success gave BYD a steady base to grow. It also taught the team how to scale production and control costs. In 2003, BYD took a surprising turn by buying a small, failing carmaker in China. Many thought it was a strange move with little future. For Wang, it was the missing piece. He wanted to combine his battery knowledge with car building. That decision set the stage for BYD to grow from a supplier into a complete vehicle producer ready for global ambitions. The power of vertical integration. Most car companies depend on outside suppliers for parts. Batteries, chips, and even basic components often come from different firms. BYD took a very different path. It decided to build nearly everything itself, from the battery packs to the semiconductors. This approach removed many weak points that slow down rivals. When supply chains broke or prices rose, BYD kept moving without delay. Quality control also became tighter because every step stayed in-house. Problems could be fixed faster, and new designs could reach production with less risk. Tesla relies on Panasonic and CATL for batteries, while older companies depend on wide networks of partners. BYD avoided that maze. The result is a company that can adjust to market changes almost overnight. This lean and direct system cut costs, boosted speed, and created an edge no competitor could easily copy. Vertical integration turned from an idea into BYD's strongest weapon on the global stage. The Buffett signal. In 2008, a surprising event placed BYD on the world map. Warren Buffett, known for avoiding risky tech bets, bought nearly 10% of the company. His move was small in money compared to his other deals, but it conveyed a huge message to investors everywhere. If Buffett trusted a young Chinese automaker, then perhaps it was more than a local brand. The investment gave BYD instant global credibility. From that point, banks, governments, and markets began to take notice. Buffett's decision became a turning point. It showed that BYD was not just surviving in China, it was preparing to lead far beyond it. From China to the world. After proving itself at home, BYD turned its attention abroad. It started with buses and taxis, supplying clean fleets to cities that wanted lower emissions. Governments welcomed these vehicles because they were safe, affordable, and easy to maintain. Public contracts gave BYD steady income and trust in foreign markets. In Europe, countries like Spain and Italy began buying BYD cars in large numbers. Even in regions loyal to Volkswagen, BMW, and Mercedes, buyers started to switch. The company also built factories outside China to meet local demand. This strategy cut tariffs and made BYD a familiar name in new regions. Step by step, the company transitioned from a national champion to a global power. Each bus, taxi, and car on foreign streets became a signal. BYD was no longer a hidden player, but a contender everywhere. Tesla stumbles. Tesla built its name on bold promises and dramatic launches. For years, that image kept it ahead of rivals, but delays began to hurt its reputation. The affordable car, Musk said, never arrived on time. The Cybertruck rollout stretched far longer than expected. Meanwhile, BYD was already shipping new models without delay. This contrast became clear to buyers and investors. Tesla looked more like a company chasing headlines than meeting demand. BYD did the opposite. It focused on results, not talk. That shift in perception was powerful. Suddenly, Tesla seemed vulnerable, and BYD appeared as the stronger, steadier hand. The Blade Battery. One of BYD's greatest breakthroughs is the Blade Battery. It uses a lithium iron phosphate design that is safer and cheaper than many competitors. Most electric cars still rely on nickel-manganese cobalt batteries. These are powerful but costly and carry fire risks. BYD changed the game with a new structure. Thin cells are placed side by side like blades, creating better thermal control and higher stability. In safety tests, the Blade battery stayed cool even when pierced by nails. Other batteries often catch fire or explode under the same conditions. This design gave drivers peace of mind. It also made governments and fleet operators more willing to buy electric vehicles in bulk. The Blade battery is not only safer, it also lasts longer, retaining over 80% of its power after thousands of cycles. Because it is cheaper to make, BYD can install it across its full lineup. That lowers costs and gives every customer the same dependable core. Tesla now uses some LFP cells in its standard models, but it depends on suppliers. BYD's full in-house control gives it tighter performance and efficiency. The Blade battery turned from an innovation into a weapon of dominance. The hybrid gambit. While many brands chased full electrification, BYD looked at the bigger picture. It was seen that not every region had charging stations or steady power grids. The answer was its SuperDM hybrid system. These cars run mainly on electric power, but can switch to fuel when needed. This approach gave drivers freedom and security. They enjoyed quiet electric driving in the city and a backup range for long trips. In tests, BYD hybrids reached fuel efficiency levels that even Toyota struggled to match. Engines ran at over 40% thermal efficiency, squeezing more value from every drop. Taxi fleets in Chinese cities quickly adopted these hybrids. Lower costs and reliable performance made them ideal for heavy daily use. Markets in Asia, Latin America, and rural Europe also embraced them. In these places, charging infrastructure remains weak. BYD's decision proved wise. Instead of ignoring hybrids, it made them a global force. That balance between fuel and electricity became a winning formula. Global expansion strategy. BYD is not only selling cars, it is building a global network that reshapes transportation itself. In the United States, it set up a factory in California to produce buses and trucks. That move built trust with public agencies and schools. In Mexico, the company is exploring local production. This could give it tariff-free access to the North American market. In Brazil, it aimed to open a plant, but paused after labor issues surfaced. The quick exit showed how flexible and cautious the firm can be. Every step abroad follows the same plan. Start with public fleets, then move into private sales. This method builds strong roots. BYD grows city by city, country by country. The price war. Cost is one of BYD's sharpest weapons. While the average electric car in the United States costs over $50,000, BYD offers models for a fraction of that. Some of its compact EVs sell for around $10,000. These cars are not bare bones either. They come with modern design, advanced software, and fast performance. This strategy has forced buyers to compare value rather than brand names. In countries like Spain and Italy, many families chose BYD over Tesla. Affordable pricing also opens doors in developing markets where premium EVs remain out of reach. Combining low cost with high quality, BYD has triggered a global price war. Competitors are struggling to keep up. Innovation at relentless speed. BYD is not waiting for the future. It is building it at a pace that stuns the entire industry. The SuperE platform can deliver 400 kilometers of range with just 5 minutes of charging. That single leap removes one of the last arguments for gasoline engines. While rivals tease concepts, BYD is shipping real technology. Its charging system already surpasses Tesla's superchargers, showing who now sets the standard. This speed of progress has shifted the balance of power. Tesla's global share is slipping, and analysts admit the crown has moved. What once looked like a distant challenger now rules the race. BYD has become the new king of electric mobility, and with each breakthrough, the gap between it and the old leader only grows wider. The BYD rise is more than a business story. It is a signal that the center of the auto world is shifting. Tesla's bold image still shines, but steady results now belong to its rival. Governments, cities, and families are choosing BYD because it delivers without delay. The future of cars may no longer be shaped in California. It is being written in Shenzhen, where quiet work turned into global power. The question is no longer if BYD will lead. The real mystery is how far its reach will grow from here.